Hi betting experts, on Gold Cup day, Friday, March the 15th, we're off to Cheltenham. Soft ground expected, though it has improved a touch and the weather forecast doesn't look too bad. An absolutely cracking day of racing. We start off with our betting expert daily nap, sponsored by Bet365. This goes in the 450, the Mrs. Power Mares Chase, 2 mile, 4 furlongs and 127 yards. A Class 1, Grade 2 for mares only, obviously £67,500 to the winner, and I think Dino Blue represents a cracking bet here at around about the even money mark. Now, Willie Mullins has obviously had an absolutely stellar week, 14 winners in the last fortnight, 31% strike rate, pretty incredible given the level they've all been running at, and Dino Blue is very progressive. She was a winning hurdler from 4 starts, she's run 9 times over fences, 5 wins, 4 places. She finished a creditable second behind El Fabioli at Leopardstown in February last time out. A perfect sighter for this race. The increased test of stamina will definitely suit her, provided she's settled. She has tried 2 mile 4 in the past, but she was a much more free-going proposition there, and she's more settled down and calm now, and they should go a decent gallop with a couple of definite front runners in the lineup. I think she'll cruise over all these rivals. She's got plenty in hand on the ratings, ground conditions to suit, and I'll be very disappointed if she's beaten. Our betting expert value angle selection, sponsored by Bet365, goes in the 250, the Albert Bartlett, a novice hurdle, nearly 3 miles, Grade 1, Class 1, 5-year-olds and upwards, 75 grand to the winner. Open betting this morning. I think the one to side with is Gidley Park from the excellent Harry Fry yard. Now, Harry, a really good trainer, probably one of the best in the UK, places his horses really carefully, doesn't waste runs. Gidley Park is an extremely exciting prospect. He revelled in deep ground to make a winning bumper debut at Chepstow back in March last year. 3 runs over hurdles, very impressive, very strong in the market on all 3 occasions, and the form has worked out well, notably his Newbury win over 2 mile 4 when he beat Fireflyer by 9 lengths. Fireflyer's a very smart young horse of Paul Nicholls, who's won twice since then. At Cheltenham last time, he got a bit of valuable track experience under Jonathan Burke, who's back up again this afternoon, winning a Grade 2, only by half a length by lucky place. That's done one thing, it's helped with his price this afternoon, which is nudging towards double figures. He was only workmanlike there, but it was a messy race. He made a couple of jumping errors in a tactical contest, parked out wide, only won by half a length, but I think that form's good. And the key, this increased test of stamina, he's up to near 3 miles here on soft ground. He's going to be a Grade 1 chaser next season for me. He's got loads of size and scope, plenty of potential, and I think this can be a rare success story for the English against the Irish in what's been a pretty one-sided week so far. The remaining races at Cheltenham on the final day will start off with the Triumph Hurdle at 1:30, a Grade 1 over nearly 2 mile 1. Well, Sir Gino has gone for a colossal walk in the market, and understandably so, but I think now 2-1 I've seen with Bet365, you have to take a chance and bet him. Now, obviously, Henderson's, there've been search parties out for the runs he has run. He's taken horses out. He's taken Champ and Shishkin out this week, high-profile horses. I hope he lets Sir Gino take his chance. Obviously, you know that he could bomb altogether the way some of them have been running, but that price, around 2-1, more than compensates for that. He's 3 from 3 over hurdles. He handled heavy ground really well at Ortay for his previous yard. He's had a wind operation. He's thought to be the best young novice they've had since Sprinter Sacre in the yard. Wind operation, landed the odds at Kempton despite not jumping particularly fluently, and much more polished when beating Burdett Road by 10 lengths in the traditional trial here in January. Now, after that race, some bookmakers went 6th of all on, which is ridiculous for a race of this nature, but he's now drifted right back out again because of the stable form. You can understand it, but I think he has to be the selection now at the prices. The 2:10, the County Hurdle, again 2 mile 1, a Premier Handicap, 56 grand to the winner here. Well, Dan Skelton's got a brilliant record in this race. Horses like Chitibello have won it for him in the past, laid out for the race, and I like Lo du Sud here, who's a very interesting 6-year-old. He's not had many chances for the yard. Again, he comes from Ortay, where he's a winner on very soft ground. He's run 5 times for Dan. He hasn't won yet. They fancied him on a couple of occasions. He was a miss in November in the Greatwood when pulled up behind Iberico Law, but he was much more like it back at Newbury. in the Betfair, second of 21 behind Iberico Lord, travelling really strongly, doing too much too soon, arguably, under Harry Skelton, and picked off after the last. The third, Go Dante, has come out and beat the fifth, Favois, in a red-hot Saturday handicap since the Frank the Form. Knickerbocker Glory, who was sixth, got beat an inch next time out. The form is red-hot. You have to forgive Iberico Lord's running the champion herd. I don't think that's relevant. So, loads more to come. A proper test of stamina on soft ground will definitely suit him. I think he seems sure to go close with any luck in running. Harry bound to be a lot more patient on this occasion. The day's feature, the 3:30, the Cheltenham Gold Cup, 3 mile 2 grade 1, 350 grand to the winner. Another horse the bookmakers seem keen to oppose, Galloping de Champs. He's gone out to odds against. I've seen 5-4, slightly bigger on the exchange. I think that's more than fair. He's done nothing wrong this season. He's returned as good as ever. He needed the run in a tactical contest. First time out, went third behind Fast or Slow, but he's back in the groove twice since. Not off the bridle at Leopardstown in small fields twice, beating Jerry Colon by 23 lengths and Fast or Slow by 4.5, with Townham motionless. He's 8 from 11 over fences. He was so impressive for us in this race last year, and he's got the perfect setup again. There's loads of front running pace on to make sure they go a strong gallop, and I think he's going to take an awful lot of beating. The Hunter Chase at 4:10, not a betting race for me, but Fern's Lock is young, improving, unlike a lot of these rivals, and has attracted very warm cash in the last few weeks in the build-up to this race. I think he's going to take plenty of stopping. And the finale, it's a red-hot race, the Martin Pipe, as usual, really competitive. There's been a substantial gamble on Quai de Bourbon in the last few weeks, but I now think the value lies elsewhere and better days ahead. Each way at a double-figure price for Gordon Elliott looks the one to side with. He's run just 4 times over hurdles. We saw him really impress at Fairyhouse on soft ground in November, where he routed the field from the front. They've been more circumspect since. His form on the 9th of December behind Slade Steel has been well franked by the winner in the Supreme earlier in the week, and he was never really given much chance behind Asian Master. Last time out, they've kept him off, preserved his handicap mark, 10-1, 5 places with 365, a really good each-way bet to end what I hope has been a profitable week for Betting Expert followers. Best of luck, and please remember to like and comment on all of our YouTube videos.